श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। So we saw yesterday up to 5th verse, is it not? So we saw yesterday what are the 10 influences on gunas. Sattva guna influences from agama, apaha, prajaha, all those things. Then Bhagavan says that which is praised by wise people, it is sattva. Which is censured is tamas. Which is upekshita, ignored, neither praised nor censured, is what? Rajoguna. That we saw yesterday. Okay. And the 4th verse is important. That is what? 10 influences of various kinds of things which influence our gunas. That we saw. Now Bhagavan continues. Satvikanyeva seveta puman sattva vishuddhaye tato dharmastato jnanam yavat smrutirapohanam. Satvikanyeva seveta puman sattva vivruddhaye tato dharma tato jnanam. See now. Satvikanyeva seveta puman sattva vivruddhaye. For the increase of sattva. So what is the now fundamental formula, fundamental issue, fundamental thing is what? We must increase our sattva guna. We cannot explain that. The sattva guna is like it gives you special ability to see through. Sattva guna empowers us to see beyond the obvious. And sattva guna helps us encompass in our vision the totality. Sattva guna lifts us up from the mundane to the most subtlest, purest, diviner aspects of the existence. And Sattva Guna presents us such a deeper, all expansive and all encompassing vision. That vision which keeps us always inspired. Sattva Guna doesn't allow us, or rather protects us from entangling ourselves in the lower layers of the creation. Sattva Guna is like a all-powerful rocket which has got the capacity to go against the gravitational pull. Similarly, Sattva Guna has got that capacity to go against the pull of Rajas and Tamas and go beyond. Sattva Guna makes us very subtle in our thinking and understanding. Sattva Guna lifts us up and keeps us on a higher pedestal of the truth. Enough? इसीलिए सत्व गुण हैज टू बी इंक्रीज्ड. काफी दिया ना आपको, गुरुदेव ने बताते जा रहे तो मैं दे दिया आपको. So many things are there with sattva guna. And the brilliance and luster of sattva guna can be understood even if a small portion of window is opened up. Then we can see through that hole the huge light outside, the vast expansive sky and the bright light which is spreading everywhere. And then it will inspire you to break open the window and exit. So Sattva Guna redeems us from all kinds of suffocation. Therefore, Sattva Guna has to be increased. How to increase? Satvikaneva seveta. So, only one, we must always practice that which is sattvic in nature. Moving with sattvic people, studying sattvic books, sattvic ahara. So sattva is improved. Automatically, the clarity, understanding, everything comes up. So sattvikan eva seveta puman sattva vishuddhaya. In the background, we must keep, who is teaching this? ये याद रखना, भगवान का वचन है ये सब. And tato dharmaha. Now, when sattva increases, it increases dharma. Dharma means what here? In this context, devotion to God. Bhagavan Krishna said no earlier. What kind of dharma increases? Here in the context of Hamsa Geeta, Bhagavan Krishna said, Bhagavad dharma or devotion, bhakti to God increases. Why? We also saw that. What was the point we discussed? When sattva guna increases, I see, inverted commas, I see that the whole creation, whole thing is being run by conscious, intelligent, divine principle, Ishvara. When I see it, which is vast, expansive, infinite in nature, automatically my ego gets demolished. When I know that I can't even claim. For example, see, मैं उदाहरण देता हूँ. You can bluff that you have lifted a 20 kilo stone, maybe 50 kilo stone you can show. I have lifted this. You can bluff. There the ego can come. Suppose when a mountain is in front of you, where is your ego? Lift it. There even you can't bluff. It's too high to understand. There it just surrenders. I accept I cannot do it. But where 30 kilo, 25 kilo, 30 kilo, मैं उठा सकता हूँ. I can bluff also. Even I may not, I can claim, or I can argue, or I can attempt, or I can show something for 2 seconds. I lifted and drop it. I lifted. So in the world, our ego props up. Another example I give to the youth always for us to understand that our jealousies are with respect to people who are known to us mostly and very nearer to us. Suppose you got 1,000 rupees. Someone has got 5,000 or 2,000 rupees. So you can be jealous of it. So because 2,000, 1,000 very near, not much distance. When you see a globally rich man, there is no jealousy. So high they are, you can't even think, you can't even compete, just keep quiet. Think. You can argue with somebody who has learnt at least, you can be jealous of someone who has learnt one stotram extra over than you. You can be jealous of that person. But who is a Mahapandita, one who had read Shastras and where you know that you cannot compete. Where is your ego? Therefore, I always say, we are very miser in comparison also. If you want to compare yourself, why don't you compare yourself with Swami Vivekananda, Ramana Maharshi, Swami Chinmayanandaji, Tapovan Maharaj, Lord Buddha? Why not with Jesus Christ, a great Mahatma, Son of God? When we think about them, our ego can't there. We can't compare, so we are not jealous of it. So what is happening? Our mind, when it is fixed to a highest goal, there won't be any jealous towards anybody, of anyone. But we are so cheap, suppose you are going on the traffic, on the road. Somebody overtook you. He is in front of you. You are so jealous and envious. ये मुझसे मेरे से आगे जा रहा है. Jealous of why? He has just overtaken you and he is driving ahead of you. So you wanted to overtake him. But one who is ahead of you 50 kilometers, what will you do? There is no comparison. You just accept it. No jealousy there. So आजू बाजू वालों को देखकर ही जलन होता है. That means the human nature is just analyze it. How miser we are, how cheap we are. Very important point, isn't it? Are you thinking or not? So when these things, when you see in a small patch, then your jealousies will come. But when you see that higher viewpoint, there is no jealousy, no ego, ego just disappears. I simply surrender. Think. So that is a very petty part. This will go when sattva is increased. So when sattva increases, dharma increases, devotion to God. Why? Because I see. I see all this is being run by great gurus, parama gurus, adhikarika purushas, devatas, under the Ishvara. Mighty beings are there, rishis are there, siddhas are there, avadhutas are there, devatas are there. They are all running, they are running this cosmic show. So when I see everything, my ego gets nullified. Observe now. So our jealousies, comparison are only with respect to people who are just around us. When sattva increases, this disease will go. Tato dharmaha. So, tatah jnanam. Then jnanam will come. Because dharma here, Bhagavad Bhakti. Then that comes, then jnanam will come. Knowledge will come. Knowledge means you see it. That you become wise. Then afterwards, smriti and apohanam. That is, yavat smritihi. Jnanam, then yavat smriti. Yavat smriti means what? That abidance in the self takes place. That knowledge of what? Knowledge of higher self. Paravidya. Yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. That is higher knowledge, that by which the akshara tattva is realized. Yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. Sa paravidya. So that vidya. So when that vidya comes, then eventually abidance yavat smritihi, meaning then that smriti, yavat smriti, always the smriti remains, meaning I am that Brahman. Abidance in self takes place. So sattva increases by sattva. How we see that? By practicing sattvic practices, sattva increases. Sattva leads to dharma. Dharma leads to jnanam. Jnanam leads to self-abidance. Self-abidance means what? Apohanam. The destruction will take place of avidya. Only when the knowledge of the abidance in self takes place, then the avidya is destroyed. So Bhagavan Krishna spoke about it in this way. So these are all the steps. So now how this will go, example is given. Venu sangarshajo vahnihi dagdhava shamyati tadvanam एवं गुणव्यत्ययजो देहः व्यत्ययजो देवः व्यत्ययजो देवः शाम्यति तत्क्रियः वेणुसङ्घर्षजो वह्निः दग्ध्वा शाम्यति तद्वनम् एवं गुणव्यत्ययजो देहः शाम्यति तत्क्रियः. Example is given. What? Just the Venusangarshajaha Agnihi. Now, two bamboos are there, two anything. And then friction is created. That produces what? Heat. And that heat, which is produced by the friction of bamboos, Tadvanam Dagdva Shamyati. In the forest, two bamboos, because of air, wind, heavy wind, they just, came rubbing each other, out of which the fire is born, and that fire cannot keep quiet unless it burns a whole forest. The whole forest is burnt. Then it keeps Shamyati. Similarly, Evam Guna Vyatyayajo, Vyatyayaha, Guna Vyatyayaha, Vyatya means transformation or change or, combination of the gunas. Guna Vyatyayajaha, the array, Ja means born from the combination of the gunas. When you do tapasya actually, Guna Vyatyayajaha, Tatkriya Dehaha Shamyati. So, when the self-knowledge arises, similarly by the friction of all this manthan, when self-knowledge arises, that will destroy the body. Body means mind here. Or destruction of the identification with the body takes place. But there are some yogis who literally burnt their bodies, dropped and went away, and left the body into the woods, forest fire. One is Rishabhadev. Bharama Viragi. He is beyond the body. He said, no, never connected to the body. His body was just like abhasa. So, in the forest fire, this lakdi also got burnt. Which lakdi? Body rupi lakdi. The wood called body also got burnt in the forest. Think. And Kunti, Gandhari and Dhritarashtra also burnt their bodies in the forest fire. They say we cannot get out of this forest fire, no, we are blind. Gandhari is blind by choice. Dhritarashtra was blind by birth. Kunti doesn't want to leave Gandhari at any cost to serve her. So Sanjay ji says, Dhritarashtra says, Sanjaya, you please go. Then Sanjay ji says, okay Maharaj, you know how to get into the yoga sthiti. Abhi asan lagao, yoga mein chale jaiye. So that you will not even know the body is being burnt. So literally they burned their body in the yoga. And some yogis, they just, out of their yoga shakti, literally they created fire from within and body became ashes there. Yoga Agni. Literally there such yogis also were there. They just raak ban gaya wahan pe. Such yogis also were there. They are there, were there. But here, the identification. The body is the mind. Mind is identified with the body. So the identification or mind, mental disturbances, they are all destroyed. Why? Because of the fire of self-knowledge. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gave fire of self-enquiry. Atma Vichar. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam. Bhagavan Krishna says no. Jnanagni dagdha karmanam. This fire of knowledge burns all karmas. So, here Bhagavan Krishna says, this By the body also, what is the body is, which is risen from the combination of the gunas, gunavyatyejaha tat deha tat kriyaha, deha tat kriyaha, gunavyatyeja. The body which is born out of the gunas, combination of the gunas, is burnt in the fire of knowledge. That Atma Vichara. Atma Vichara. So, therefore, now, first, when we do that, all those things, aham akanda brahmakara vritti. Akanda brahmakara vritti. So that akanda brahmakara vritti swallows all other vrittis. That we saw in depth in Atmavoda classes. So, Ajnanam can be destroyed only through vritti. Because avidya vritti is destroyed only by jnana vritti. No other way. So, which jnana vritti has got the capacity to destroy all other avidya vrittis? Only akanda brahmakara vritti, no other vritti. So, akanda brahmakara vritti can destroy. Once the akanda brahmakara vritti is destroyed, all other vrittis, avidya vritti, then the purpose of akanda brahmakara vritti also goes away. So, akanda brahmakara vritti itself disappears, like Kapoor. In that Kapoor light, I see the Lord in the temple. When I lit the Kapoor camphor, so in that camphor light, when they are giving arati to the Lord, I can see Lord. So the camphor, arati, darshan of God, I got it. The purpose of arati is done. So the upashamyati, that camphor itself slowly blows off. Once the purpose is served, this light also goes off. Then what remains is Brahman. But akanda brahmakara vritti is necessary. Other than that, without that, akanda brahmakara vritti, avidya cannot be destroyed. That to generate that akanda brahmakara vritti is a tivra sadhana is required. Tivra sadhana. Our sadhana is सुबह आग जलाता है, फिर आग बुझा देते हैं, फिर दोपहर खाना बनाने के लिए आग जलाते हैं, फिर बंद कर देते हैं, फिर रात को बंद जलाते हैं, फिर बंद कर देते हैं. So, during satsang time, the fire is created. After satsang, that is off. Why? Other vrittis are disturbing. Other vrittis of like winds of thoughts. They blow this inquiry, this tapasya, this heat is blown off. So we are unable to maintain that inquiry 24 hours. Therefore, that Agni is not created. Fire is not created in us. Because that fire is not created, that is akanda brahmakara vritti. Avidya cannot go. So that fire of knowledge, when we say, the tivra ichha, tivra sadhana. The moment you make sankalpa for tivra sadhana, what does ego do? Ego digs out old files and presents before you. What the old files are? उसको 10 रुपये देना था, दिया नहीं. उसको 100 रुपया देना था, दिया नहीं. वहाँ पे जाके उनको देखना था, देखा नहीं. ये सारे फाइल्स एक एक खोलता है. कब? When you are in puja. One slide he will show. इसको दिखा, You ignore it. Take, I will take out another one. Continuously you will put. Somewhere you will fall. So whenever next time when you are disturbed, ego is showing you another card. You do chanting, ego does this trick. Do puja, ego does. Satsang mein baitho, ego brings out what? Old thoughts. उसने ऐसा कहा, इसने ऐसा कहा, उसने ऐसा कहा. But we are unable to know what this bloody idiot is doing to us. It is not allowing us to be in the present. So that disturbance during satsang caused by ego, by reminding us or by digging out the old files of memory and presenting us them to us in front of our eyes, we are not knowing it, that it is actually disturbing us. We feel proud of our knowledge. Oh, very nice. So not only ego is succeeded in disturbing us, it has also succeeded in planting a thought in you that you are special, you are very proud, you know more knowledge, you have more memory, and taking you away and putting us permanently in the spell of darkness. That means what the fire is, I am creating the fire, ego comes, oof. Arey bhaiya, Adhyatmic sadhana is not easy. First of all, we must know this, no? I can address a problem only when I know that this is a problem and it is not some glorification. What is that mind is doing to me? What is that intellect is doing to me? What is that ego is doing to me? I don't know. I never taught all these things. I only bombarded with information. Like the certain festivals in South India, and they carry ox or bull, and then they tell that बना के बोलो आदमी ठीक है ना? They in South India they do normal this. They take one bull everywhere. They tell bull will sing. We has trained it. Like that we sit in our classes. Sorry to say that, whether me or you, if I am not alert, we are like that. Oh my God. Awakening is not there. Because it's clouded by other thoughts, past, present, future. Why I am telling this? The fire of self-knowledge, we are unable to maintain that fire. Only when that fire is sufficiently for a long time, then it has got the capacity to melt, exhaust, destroy the other things. Now you see, different metals are there, and every metal has its own boiling point, is it not? So you put all kinds of metals and start heating. So the lowest boiling point of the metal, that first it melts, is it not? Then 200 degrees, other metal will melt. At 1500 degrees, some other metal very strong, hot net. Only at 1500 degrees, then it will melt. So at different temperatures, different things are melted. But all things get melted only when you maintain the high temperature lagatar, is it not? So to achieve 1500 degrees, you cannot do 100 degrees plus. tomorrow 100 degrees. They have to, addition is not making you, no. At once 1500 degrees has to be reached. हाँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा कर देंगे, 1500 पूरा करेंगे, 50-50 कर हिसाब से देंगे 50 डिग्री. Will it happen? हाँ जी. That's another one thing. Who is saying this again? Who is telling that, oh, it's not possible? This is another trap. This is not excuse, trap from the mind, from the ego. Says, yes, it is difficult, drop it. Another hat it is throwing. Oh, how the ego has come, you see? Even listening also, ego was scared. Ego want to protect himself. Obviously, ego doesn't want to die. So what it says, another throws a hat. Oh, no, very tough. Very tough it is. Drop it. We can see next life. Who says this? That's why we are not awakened. Okay. Now Uddhavaji speaks. Uddhava uvacha vidanti martyaha prayena vishayan padamapadam tathapi bhunjate Krishna tat khatam swakarajavat khara ajavat vedanti martyaha prayena vishayan padamapadam tathapi bhunjate Krishna tatvakam swakarajavat. Krishna, Uddhavaji asked, hey Bhagavan, martyaha prayena vishayan apadam padam vadanti. Vidanti or vadanti? Vidanti, vadanti. Vadanti also one another text. Now see, wise people, martyaha prayena vishayan, normally any sensible person always says, generally, vishayan apadam padam vidanti. The objects, sense objects are actually sources of all kinds of difficulties. They bring all kinds of adversities. What? Sense objects. Everybody knows. Buddhaji is asking question. Normally, martyaha people, prayana vishayan apadam vadanti. Normally, people speak that the indriya sukha, vishayan indriya sukham. Indriya sukha, they are all actually source of all kinds of troubles. Sense pleasures, sense objects. Why sense objects? Because we get sense pleasure. So that means sense pleasures born out of sense objects are really the source of all kinds of troubles, adversities, pain, sorrow. Thus, generally people speak about it and everyone knows about it. Even then, tathapi, bhunjate he Krishna, tat katham, even then they go through that. How? Swar khara ajavat. Like a dog, donkey and a goat. 3 examples. Just as a dog and donkey and goat, people run after sense objects, even though they know that they are the sources of all kinds of sorrows. What the dog does? Dog also, even though, for a dog, for example, even if we say dog, chi, get out, and dog will again come. Or the she dog doesn't want him, but the he dog runs after the she dog. That is dog nature. Again and again it comes. You kick the dog out, again he comes out. Runs after it, the objects. Shwa. Khara, donkey. Donkey also same nature. Donkey, how much you beat, the donkey will come back again. Even after eating. Or again, the same also, the male donkey runs after female donkey. But the donkey nature, again, even मार खाने के बाद भी वो वापस आ जाएगा. इससे इतना मार खाते हैं हम दुनिया से, फिर भी हम दुनिया की ओर ही जाते हैं. जानते हैं, फिर भी जाते हैं. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. जानते हैं, जाते हैं, इसमें क्या अंतर नहीं है ना. जाते, जानते. हाफ ना इज डिफरेंट, देयर एक्स्ट्रा. जानते, जाते. जानते हैं तो भी जाते हैं. तो जानते कि जाते को जानते बना सकते हैं ना. हाँ, जानते हो गया. And then third one is goat. Goat also same thing. And goat knows that I maybe the other सामने goat is killed by that person. वो थोड़ा दाना फेंक रहा है, झुकता है, फटक मार दिया. वो देख रहा है, फिर भी जाएगा. And he gets killed. So 3 powerful examples are given. So like that, we are also running after. But why? You ask every drunkard, why do you drink? Don't you know that drinking is, don't you know drug is very dangerous? Don't you know that smoking? Don't you know gutka and all that? Don't you know the overeating is bad? Don't you know that sweets are bad for your diabetic? Don't you know this? Everyone knows. Therefore, in the world, you need not teach anyone, actually speaking. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. It's absurd to say to a drunkard, please don't drink, it is injurious to health. Acha, I don't know that. It's absurd to say everyone that please get up early morning, it is good for health. Oh, I don't know that. Everybody knows. So why should we speak then? Very beautiful thing I tell you. We need not speak to others what they know already. Right? We need not speak to others what they don't know already because they don't understand. Therefore, be silent. If you don't know or interested, don't know. Why should we speak? Number one. You know, then why should I speak? Therefore, Upanishad says, Anya vacha vimunchata. Just maunam. A strong lesson we all have to learn in life is stop giving unasked suggestions to anyone. Number one. Number two, even though others ask you for a suggestion, you may suggest and drop it then and there. Don't follow it up. This is my principle. I have no interest in following it up. And I don't give any suggestions to anybody, unasked. Have you ever seen me giving suggestions, बुला के, ये करो, तुम्हारे लिए ये बुलाई है, वो बुलाई, and बोलूँगा भी नहीं मैं. Therefore, but still we run after. Now, Bhagavan Krishna says the fundamental problem, only one problem is there. For all evils, for all these problems, like a goat or a donkey or third one what? Dog. Dog, donkey or goat. Whatever we do, why are you running after sense objects? There's only one reason. Bhagavan Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ahamityanyatha Buddhihi Pramattasya Yatha Hridi Utsarpati Rajo Ghoram Tato Vaikarikam Manaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ahamityanyatha Buddhihi Pramattasya Yatha Hridi Utsarpati Rajo Ghoram Tato Vaikarikam Manaha Shri Bhagavan Yatha Pramattasya Vrdi Aham iti Anyatha Buddhihi Utsarpati. Now, Yatha, just as what? Pramattasya. Pramattasya means the ignorant one. Murkha, deluded one. Matta is intoxication. Pramatta, prakarshena, intoxication. Intoxicated by what? Intoxicated by had a wrong thought. You hold on to your own. See, we all are intoxicated by one thing or the other. Pramattaha. And we don't give up that hold because of our delusion. A strong delusion. So, a deep-rooted delusion actually is a nasha, intoxication, which I don't want to come out of it. See friends, whatever vrittis that we generate, they are all useless. आप मानो या ना मानो, सच यही है. And whatever you do in this life, your hobbies, your activities, achievements, medals, whatever we do, it is just equal to a pinch of ash. Whatever you do. Nothing is valid. It is a useless game in the dream world. Nothing means nothing. It disappears. Look at every newborn baby. The baby is reborn. The baby must have taken many births. He maybe was intelligent, elder, achieved something, or maybe worked as a professor, worked as a minister, worked as an artist, worked as a writer, wrote many books, this and that. All gaya. हम देखते हैं, फिर भी हमको ये ख्याल नहीं आता, if I don't awaken in this life, that be my condition. It's a waste. That is why don't give any value to anything. Nothing. Because all these things are held by ego. That itself is unreal. So Bhagavan Krishna says here, for a deluded person, yatha hurdi in the heart or in the mind, anyatha buddhihi, aham iti hurdi, aham iti anyatha buddhihi. I am this, meaning I am the body, I am the mind, anyatha buddhi. Wrong notion. Wrong notion in everybody's mind, in the heart or in the mind, I am this. That is the fundamental problem for all of us, because of which we are running after sensory objects. I am the body. I am male. I am female. Identified. So what? You run after such clothes, such objects. Such experiences you wanted through that physical body. To satisfy the body needs. Anyatha buddhi, wrong notion. That is a foundation for all of us to run after sense objects. Any joy that we are running after, the sense objects, any sense object that after we are running after that, for any kind of joy, fundamental error is what? That I am the body. That notion, that error is a foundation. Krishna says, I am not saying this. Utsarpati, that buddhi rises. I am the body, that buddhi, wrong notion, anyatha buddhihi, that I am the body, ityadi. Because of delusion, it rises. Ahamiti, I am this, iti, utsarpati. Tataha, because of that notion, then when that notion comes, vaikarikam manaha ghoram rajaha, then because of that notion, the rajas occupies the entire mind. Mind gets modified by rajas and it whips us. It creates passions. It whips us to go out into the world and procure. So that body notion, immediately rajas comes. It pervades the mind. Vaikarikam manaha. It pervades the mind and then starts whipping us. So, I don't want this, I don't want. The fundamental error, judgment, wrong judgment, error of judgment. I am the body. Bhagavan, that is a fundamental error. Then because of that error, Rajoguna comes, occupies. Then Raja will take you outside the objects, whips us up, and then say, get this, get that, get this, get that, greed, lust, thirst, anxiety, stress and strain, and procurement, no contentment, this and that. Just it. All our efforts are for body, isn't it? This body, for entire life, we are only cushioning for the body, cushion for the body, rest for the body, food for the body, clothes for the body, comfort for the body, bliss and joy, various joys for the body. All through five indriyas, whatever joy I get, only for the body. Why? I am the body. So Krishna says, that is the error, my dear Uddhava, because of which people run after sense objects like a dog, donkey, and a goat. भागवत सप्ताह में होता है क्या, बताओ अभी? हाँ, भागवत सप्ताह. आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग सप्ताह. ऐसा पढ़ना है तो जिंदगी एक एक श्लोक में इतना इतना गंभीरता है. ये सब नहीं पढ़ा देना. भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने उद्धव जी को समझाया कि ये उद्धव तो शरीर से परे है, बुद्धि से परे है, तो स्वयं आत्मा हो तो उसको जानकारी जान लो और उसके लिए त्याग दो दुनिया को. जय श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. और आगे चलते हैं. सप्ताह का सैंपल. बोलिए उद्धव जी को जय. उद्धव भगवान की जय. कृष्ण भगवान की जय. और उद्धव सुनने के बाद गाना गाने लगे. वो गाना गाने को वहां पे नहीं है बताना एक्चुअली. भगवान की भजन कीर्तन करे. उद्धव जी कहते हैं हे कृष्ण. वो गाना 15 मिनट वहां पे. इट्स ओके फाइन. बट इफ यू रियली वांटेड टू स्टडी भागवतम, एक एक श्लोक को बैठना है कि कर क्या रहे. नाउ सी हाउ मच थॉट इज इन्वॉल्व्ड इन दिस. So why are we running after the fundamental error of judgment? That's the foundation. Krishna said. So when that is transcended, we will not run after the worldly objects. हो गया बात? We don't address that, no? Without addressing that, without giving up the body identification, we wanted to not to get roasted by sense objects. जैसे कि अहंकार को छोड़ना नहीं चाहते हैं. हम कहते हैं दुनिया हमको कष्ट दे रहा है, सारे आदमी मुझे डांट रहे. अरे भैया किसको डांट रहे? मुझको. मुझ कौन है? अहंकार है. तो छोड़ दो ना उसको. नहीं, मैं रहूँगा और मुझे कोई डांटना नहीं, सब तारीफ करना है. हाँ, आगे आधा घंटा है और 25 मिनट सुनाना है. आप कान बंद करके बैठ लो. अब बोलते हैं भगवान कृष्ण रजो युक्तस्य मनसः संकल्पस्य विकल्पकः ततः कामो गुणध्यानात् दुस्सहस्याधिधुर्मतेः करोति कामवशगः कर्माण्यविजितेन्द्रियः दुःखोदर्काणि सम्पश्यन् रजो वेग विमोहितः रजो युक्तस्य मनसः संकल्पस्य विकल्पकः ततः कामो गुणध्यानात् दुस्सहस्याधिधुर्मतेः करोति कामवशगः कर्माण्यविजितेन्द्रियः दुःखदो सम्पश्यन् रजो वेग विमोहितः रजो युक्तस्य मनसः संकल्पस्य विकल्पः. Now, रजो युक्तस्य मनसः, of the mind which is actually influenced by rajoguna. तब क्या होगा? रजोगुणस्य युक्तस्य, ऑफ द वन दुर्मते, ऑफ द दुर्मति, ऑफ द विकेड पर्सन, रजो युक्तस्य मनसः, व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ दैट माइंड? संकल्प विकल्पात्मकः. See? Various thoughts. Sankalpa, savikalpakah, sankalpa. Various, savikalpa means division, multiple thoughts it generates. Of what? Of various joy, sankalpa. Sankalpa savikalpakah. So various thoughts it generates, various thoughts of the joy it makes. इसमें जो है उसमें आनंद है, इसमें जा वो देखते हैं, ये सुनते हैं, वो देखते हैं, वहाँ जा ठका 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 ठका, so many objects, It mind creates, Rajogana creates. Then what happens? Tataha kamaha. Because of sankalpa, kama is born. We have seen the story of Monkey Muni. Kama janamite moolam sankalpat kilajayase tasmat tvam na sankalpayishyami samulo na bhavishyati. E kama janamite moolam. I know your root. Sankalpat kilajayase. You are born out of sankalpa. Therefore, Monkey Muni Charitra, Mahabharata में ऐसा भूल गए क्या? भूल गए तो भूल गए बोलना, फिर दोस्तों ना देंगे. Monkey Muni was there. Monkey Muni, not monkey, monkey. So he was a Muni. He wanted to do sadhana, but sadhana के लिए कुछ at least food, clothing, shelter. So he was having some money. He was wanted to invest here and there, and all his investments and small vyapar, but everything lost. So बाकी जो आखिर में जो पैसा बचा है, उन्होंने सोचा कि मैं 2 बिचड़ों को खरीद लूँगा, बछड़े. तो he just purchased 2 cows. And they said, okay, जैसे जैसे बढ़ते जाएंगे उसको मैं शिक्षा देता रहूँगा खेती का. कुछ गेहूँ आटा कुछ कुछ मिल जाता है, उससे हम कुछ जीविका चलाएंगे, जान करेंगे. So one day, every day he would take them to the field to train them for plowing. So he was taking one day for training. When these 2 are tied by a 2 meter or 1 meter length of rope, 2 meters rope, both are tied, calves, and these fellows are young, जगह जगह छलांग मारते मारते दौड़ रहे इनके सामने. ये पीछे he was walking, but they are all going. In the mid-center of the road, one camel was sitting, facing the move that side. So from back side of this camel, they were running, one calf this side, one calf other side, and the rope gisne laga, and the camel was very scared because the rope is something is rubbing. He was scared and he got up, and these 2 were hanging and died. He saw, last attempt of my life to procure money, to be happy, gone. Then a chapter comes out of him. Philosophy comes out of him. About 30, 40, 50, so many slokas are there. I think more than slokas are there. Then he speaks about. In that, this sloka comes, which is oft quoted by Mahatmas. I have put so many efforts for iha, the thirst for a procurement, money. This is the cause, this is the root cause for all these things. What is the root cause? Desire only. E kama, then he says, janamite. Now I understood your root cause. Sankalpat kilajayase. You make a sankalpa, out of that sankalpa, desire is born. What is sankalpa? Kalpana, samyak kalpana. You imagine. Out of imagination, the desire is born. What is it, your imagination? अरे नई गाड़ी ले लेंगे, सुखी रहेंगे. Imagination. नया घर खरीद लेंगे, सुखी रहेंगे. Imagination, कल्पना. But after a new house, the neighbors are not good, then you cannot sell also, you cannot stay also. That is called naraka. So whatever kalpana we do in life, our desires are born out of imaginations. इडली खाने के बाद तृप्ति मिलेगी, चलो इडली होटल में जाके खाएंगे, इट्स कल्पना. होटल जाने के बाद खाएंगे तो तृप्ति मिलेगी, कल्पना. दैट कल्पना टेक्स यू देयर. So every desire is born out of samyak kalpana. Sankalpat kila jayase. Therefore, is sankalpa itself I will not do. Then you will not exist. With roots you will get destroyed. Tamulona bhavishyat. You will not exist. Along with the roots I will destroy you. Why? I will not hold any kalpana. I was imagining, no? I get the 2 cows, take them to ploughing, then I will make ploughing, then I will get some cultivation, then I will get food, something I can sell, then I can little get money, then I can live happy, then I can do meditation. ये सारे इतने सारे कल्पना है. So our life is built on imaginations only. हाँ, समथिंग होगा, समथिंग नहीं होगा, मेजॉरिटी नहीं होता है. होने जो होगा उसमें भी बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती है. Therefore, I will not do. That's what he says. Tatah kamaha, by sankalpa, from sankalpa, kamaha, gunadhyanadhi sahasya, gunadussaha, and gunadhyanad. Because, because of guna, qualities, constantly brooding of the qualities of that particular sankalpa karke. Out of that, what is happening? Gunadhyanad dussaha kamaha syat. Dussaha kamaha means what? Irresistible desires. Sankalpa you do, then you keep on brooding over it, then desire is born. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha. So kama is born out of continuous thinking, constant thinking of the objects. Dhyayato vishayan. There it started. So kama is born. So gunadhyanat. Gunadhyanat dussaha kamaha arises syat. Dussaha ka durmatehe rajo yuktasya. Of the wicked person or the deluded man, not wicked, deluded person who got associated with rajoguna. Why rajoguna occupied the mind? Because of our identification with the body. That is the fundamental judgment of error. Wrong judgment. Wrong, I am the body. That's it. That's the foundation. For all life's tragedies, that is the foundation. Oh, you are not respecting me. You are ignoring me. Who am I? I am the body. Mahanaraka Baba. Oh Rama Rama. So tata gunadhyana dussaha kamasya. Now karoti kamavashakaha. Then once the desire comes kamavashaka, one completely we are under the control of the kama. Kama takes possession of us. Desire controls us. Desire is seated in the before steering. Where I am completely enslaved by the desire. Kama vashagaha. Kama ke vash mein padne ke baad ajitendriyaha. This is, what is that? Karoti kama vashaka karmani avijitendriyaha. And because coming under the influence of desires, avijitendriyaha, those who has no control over senses, he will do what desire says. And what? How does he do? Dukkhod karmane, dukkhodarkane sampashyan. Even though he is seeing the problems and troubles there, he sees there is a problem. Still, the desire is such, it enslaves. Then, because you have no control over sense organs, desire is putting pressure. I have no control over my sense indriyas, and therefore, even though I see the difficulty in it, problems in it, dukkhodarkani sampashyan rajovegam vimohitaha, because overpowered by or deluded by the rajoguna, the vega, the speed, the force of rajoguna, I perform that activity and face the music later on. You asked, no, why that donkey, dog, and also goat. These three. They see the problem, yet they run afterwards. You saw it now? That's a question although asked, no? Though public see marchaha, even though general public see apadam, difficulties in running after sense objects, why will they go? So Bhagavan answered systematically. Identifies the body, Rajoguna occupies the mind, then sankalpas are born, then desires are created, and desires are created, you have to fulfill desires, and you have no control over the indriyas, therefore desires gushes through, and even though you see the problems in fulfilling the desire, running after sense objects, under the spell of Rajoguna, speed of Rajoguna, spell of Rajoguna, we will go and do what we are not supposed to do and face the music of life. Repent later on, but that is the power. This is the sequence because of which Uddhava, people run after the sense objects. Rajovega vimohitaha, extremely deluded under the influence of Rajoguna. Rajastamobhyam yadapi vidvan vikshaptadhi punaha atandrito mano yunjan dosha drushtirna sajjate rajastamobhyam yadapi vidvan vikshiptadhi punaha atandrito mano yunjan dosha drushtirna sajjate. Now, yadapi, even though rajotamobhyam, influenced by rajas and tamas, got agitated by, disturbed by rajoguna and tamoguna, vidwan, wise man, vikshiptadihi, rajo vikshiptadihi, even though he is agitated by rajoguna, rajaha tamobhyam vikshiptadihi, yadapi, vidwan. So vidwan, even if a man of discrimination, he gets disturbed, agitated. See? Yadapi vidwan yadapi vikshiptadihi. He gets agitated, disturbed by rajoguna and tamoguna. Then what? Atandritaha manaha yunjan. So a man of discrimination also gets agitated. No doubt about it. But what does he do? He is atandritaha manaha. He is having tandrita. Tandra means, sluggishness, slothfulness, not being aware, not alert. It's called tandra. Tandra. Atandritaha, not slothful, not sleeping, awake, aware. So, atandrito manaha yunjan. Say, vigilant. So, is always then mano yunjan dosha drushti, and seeing the dosha drushti in the object. Only way he sees, first of all, be alert. And then second thing is, see the faults in sense objects. When I see the faults in sense objects, na sajjate, I don't get attached. See? With this, by seeing the faults in sense objects, a wise man controls the mind. Not that he is not disturbed, he is also disturbed. But he doesn't allow himself to get carried away by those desires. He will analyze it. Oh, what is this? He will stop. He will analyze, do an inquiry. Then he doesn't get attached to that. Because he is very ever vigilant and he finds faults in it, problems in it. Think. Therefore, that is how. So the one technique is given. What? Bhagavan Shankaracharya speaks about it, and all Mahatmas speaks about it. Here Bhagavan Krishna also said same thing. What is that? Dosha drushtya muhurmuhu. Virajya vishaya vratat. Dosha drushtya muhurmuhu. Virajya vishayat. Detach yourself from vishaya vratat. Sense objects. How? Dosha drushtya muhurmuhu. Again and again see the problems and difficulties, lacunos and then pain and suffering in the sense objects. Bhavasuke dhoshonusandhiyatam, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says. In Bhavasuka, in the worldly samsara sukham, there is dosha is attached to it. What is dosha? Every ounce of sukham, you will get a free package of 2 ounces of sorrow. Gift pack free. Purchase 1, get 2. That is the law. You get 1 purchase, you get 2, you get pain. 2 free, 1 plus 2. Other 2 not the same quality. Like you purchase coffee packet, you will get 1 pen. So you will get this. For every desire, sukham. So what is sukham? Dukkham packed in a sweet wrapper is called sukham. Please remember this. Sorrow packed in a sweet, attractive, fragrant wrapper is called sukham. There are some chocolates have come. First you put it, it is very sweet. And after you chew it for some time, the bitterness will come out. And there are some chocolates introduced. They are not coming, I think, I don't know. One little girl gave me. And it just very sweet for few seconds. Such a bitter it will be. It's for the teasing people, they give that. Rulane ke liye. She gave me and watching my face. Little girl gave. Samaji gift. Not now, 25 years back. I took. Then I understood. Taste changing, na? The girl looking at me. Acha. Then I deliberately enjoyed it. Then she said, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं, बढ़िया है, मीठा है, नहीं, but they not bitter, but I enjoy bitter also. Oh my God, what nonsense it is! You enjoy bitterness also? Of course I enjoy. So she failed. She was watching. क्या होगा देखते हैं करके. Like that, every sukham under in it there is dukkham. You tell me, what is that sukham which has given you only sukham without any dukkham? Not only that, not only when sukham is there, during enjoying the sukham, dukkham is there, but sukham goes, then also gives dukkham only. So before sukham, you are dukhi. During sukham also you are dukhi, because sukham will go. After sukham, you are double dukhi. So before that, single dukkham. After sukham, double dukkham. Which is better? You have to understand it. Problem hai. Without car, some problem. With car, double problems. उसका ड्राइवर, इंश्योरेंस, RC book, and then special permission, maintenance, petrol, then servicing, and parking place is not available, and you cannot drive. And Swami Ranganathananji used to tell about 30 years back. Swami Ramakrishna Math, I was in Hyderabad. So Swami Ranganathan said, in America, in those days, now I'm talking about 87, 88, when he was giving lectures every Sunday, we used to go and sit and enjoy his talks. He was a friend of Gurudev only. So when he used to talk, he said, in America, they are praying. Every day they pray. What? Oh God, please give me a parking place today. Otherwise, office is here and parking place you get 2 kilometers away. At 2 kilometers away, park the car and walk. So everywhere there is dukkham only. This is to be realized. So sukham is only abhasa. Okay, that is the problem. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vachishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.